हरि ओम ब्रह्म मुरारी सुराचित ब्रह्म मुरारी सुराचितलिंगम् जन्म दुःख विनाशकलिंगम् Everyone please देव मुनि प्रवरार्चितलिंगम् सर्वसुगन्धि सुलेपितलिंगम् ब्रह्म मुरारी कनकमहामणिभूषितलिंगम् Everybody चन्दनलेपितलिंगम् सञ्चितपापविनाशनलिंगम् ब्रह्म मुरारी सेवितलिंगम् दिनकर कोटि प्रभाकरलिंगम् ब्रह्म मुरारी अष्टदलो परिवेशितलिंगम् अष्टशरीर विनाशकलिंगम् ब्रह्म मुरारी पूजितलिंगम् परात्परं परमात्मकलिंगम् तत्प्रणमामि निर्मलवाञ्छितशोभितलिङ्गं निर्मलवाञ्छितशोभितलिङ्गम् उमापति महादेव की जय. We continue to focus our minds upon the divine Lord Krishna. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं. All together, please. Harir Naam, Harir Naam, Harir Naam eva kevalam, Karunaseva Shri Krishna Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah. Prem Suti Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Last week, in our discussions, we spoke about our greatest gift that God has given us. good and look at you. 2 or 3 plums and you're sour. Man, look at me. I am the apple of his eye. Does this story sound familiar? Are we all farmers? Are we all planting trees, expecting fruits? But there are quite a few morals to this little story. First of all, it doesn't matter how much fertilizer and how much watering and how much wrapping of protective gear around the trees during the season. All of that, as far as bearing fruit, the farmer can do nothing. The farmer has to allow the rosebuds to come. He has to allow them to blossom, and he has to allow them to become fruits. He can do nothing for that process. All he can do is water, nurture, protect. Fruits will have to unfold themselves. He cannot change the color of the fruits. Whatever color they come, that's what they are. They're coming from that tree. Although he might have given it all the nutriments for it to have yellow color, it turns out red because it's supposed to be a red apple. As such, in life itself, we all nurture the goodness in others. But the challenge is when we expect the results we want rather than the results that we will get. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Nama Bolo. So in the case of the farmer, one writer says that every person, or every farmer, or every father and every mother, and every brother and every sister, every teacher, every counselor, every one of us who are involved in some way nurturing the goodness in others, we must understand there is a limit to how much we can make that goodness come to reality. We can only nurture, offer the supporting factors, give the protective environment, but the ultimate unfolding or blossoming of the flower is left to the flower itself. If you try to say, oh, okay, the flower is not opening properly, let me pull the leaves apart, you will destroy the flower. You know, I will tell you the real story. I have these pepper plants that I plant at home. And 3 years ago, I brought 2 plants inside. They were very green, and they had lots of flowers. And I placed them in the house. And the whole 2 months, from September, October, no, they are blossoming flowers, but no fruits. And I said, wow. And they're looking green every day. And I'm watering every day, putting fertilizer. I said, when are they going to bear fruits? But then one day I went to a friend's home and I talked about my sad story about having these plants. And my friend said, you have to help them to pollinate. I says, what do you mean? He says, well, when they're outside, the bees pollinate them. But you don't have any bees in the house. I say, yeah, that's true. We don't have any bees in the house. And the friend says, get a Q-tip and you touch one flower and touch the other one, and that will pollinate them. So I said, wow. So immediately I went home that diligently, I must have touched about 100 million flowers. Touching. And I'm waking up next morning to see pollination. Doesn't look like anything. But lo and behold, after 3 or 4 days, I saw some buds of fruits. And I said, wow, yes, don't give up. The flowers have to unfold, but sometimes just your patience and your gentle involvement will nurture fruits. But sometimes you can't nurture this fruit without advice from others. If you think you know everything, I thought I knew everything about planting peppers. And here I was with 2 beautiful pepper plants, flowering but no fruits. And casually a little bit of advice. At a satsang, by the way, I got this advice. And I learned how to make my flower plants, my pepper plants become more bountiful and more fruitful. So there's a lot involved in nurturing love in others. Never give up. Always seek out there is a way. Because I was at a point thinking it's about time to put these pepper plants outside, let them freeze. Because you know what? They're only making flowers all the time and making mess. But lo and behold, they're bountiful. You know what happened? That was 3 years ago. They bloomed. I tell you, if you see fruits, peppers that is. And then I put them out in the yard and they bloomed there. I got them back in the house again. They're struggling again. But maybe we'll need a new little bit of advice. Then I want to return back to the farmer. He planted his fruit tree the first year. And of course, the first year they bloomed, they got a few fruits and he was happy. The two fruits were not happy with each other, themselves. But the farmer, after the second year came, none of them grew any fruits. And he was saying, what's happening here? And then he went to the place where he bought the plant and inquired. And the man said, oh, what do you do when you take the shears and you cut the trims of the tree? What do you call that? Pruning? Preening? Pruning. He says you have to prune them. He said, what does that mean? He says you have to cut their limbs. He said, you have to cut them? That will hurt them. He said, no, if you don't cut their wings, if you don't trim their wings, they'll never grow. He said, you mean I nurtured them so long, brought them up so long, and made them, now you want me to cut their wings? If you want them to grow, you got to cut their wings. Sometimes you have to clip their wings. Because if you don't clip their wings, they'll not be fruitful. But the question is, he had to go to the man at the store to find out that clipping the wings are important. And by the way, he bought the right tool, that when he clipped, it was very gentle. And he thought about how long should I clip, 1 foot, 2 feet, just the edge. He understood everything. He went on Wikipedia and he learned about it, and he says, and lo and behold, when he did this pruning or preening as you call it, wow, that year the trees just were bountiful. So sometimes we need to clip the wings so that they can fly and become bountiful. But someone will say, Panditji, how do you know when is the right time to clip the wings? How do you know when is the right time to accept what it is? There's no answer to that question. The answer to that question lies in our first discussion last week about God's gift to us of the ability to understand, to have patience, to appreciate, and to know that everything will happen in its due course as long as we do what we must do. If the farmer had stopped watering the plants, they would have died. If he had given up of getting advice, they would not have been fruitful. So you never give up. You continue to seek out, not for the fruits that will come to you, but the fruits that they will produce. If we are caught up in the fruits that we are to get from the plants that we plant, and we are not concerned about how the plant will deliver the fruits, then we are going to be lost. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah. So my message today is to those of us who have fruit trees, right? Or those of us that are fruit trees. My message today is to you and I. We are all farmers in some degree. We are either trees ourselves bearing fruits, or we are planting seeds of trees that will bear fruits. That's our family life. Parenting, bringing up children, nurturing. Dealing with the challenges of achieving success. Achieving success and how we measure success. It is the true challenge of every human being. Now, our scriptures guide us along this pathway. And in the Ramcharitmanas in Uttarakhand, Sant Goswami Tulsidas makes a statement. Shri Ram Jai Ram. सोई सर्वज्ञ तग सोई पंडित सोई सर्वज्ञ तग सोई पंडित सोई गुण गृह विज्ञान कंडित Shri Ram Jai Ram. Everybody. दक्ष सकल लक्षण जुत सोई दक्ष सकल लक्षण जुत सोई जाके पद सरोज रति वही सर्वज्ञ है, वही तत्वज्ञ और पंडित है, वही सब गुणों का भंडार और आकंद विज्ञानी है. He alone, or that person alone, is wise, and who is the knower of the real truth, who is the real scholar, and the thoroughly accomplished individual, endowed, when they are endowed with what? The love of God. That person is the scholar. That person is the knower of all truth. That person is the most accomplished person. That person is the one possessed of all the auspicious attributes when they are in love with God. Now it's got something to do with love. You got everything when you're in love, but in love with God. Let's go back to our farmer. First year, second year, and third year, no fruits. He was in love with God, and he says, God, it's in your hands. I've planted, I've nurtured, I've watered, I've protected. The rest is up to you. His love in God was built upon unquestionable faith that the sun will shine, the season will change, but ultimately it will blossom and bring fruits. In the reality of life, as we continue to nurture family life, this Grihastha Ashram presents the greatest challenge of human existence. And one writer says, the sannyasis and the brahmachari are truly blessed that they do not have to deal with the trials and tribulations of the Grihastha Ashram of family life. One writer says that is a runaway. They run away because they don't want to face it, so I will live by myself. You know how many people in the Grihastha Ashram wants to do that every day? Just run away and leave everybody and live by themselves. But they can't, because they've chosen to be in that. Although the Swamis and the Brahmacharis sometimes want to run back to family life, but whatever we choose, the realities are the growth and evolution of humanity. Whether you're Brahmachari, whether you're Sannyas, whether you're Grihasthi or Vanprasi, it all requires these skills the love of God. It requires the patience and the nurturing ability to nurture the good in others, not because what we want to get out of them, but when what we hope ultimately they have the potential to realize. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Nama Bolo. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Nama. This morning, one of the bhajans that we sang talked about what are the greatest tirt or greatest sacrifice. And I want to repeat one or two verses of that bhajan this morning for the benefit of everyone again, for those of you who are not here in the early hours. And just for a reminder, we do start at 9:30. Some of you think it's 10 o'clock and 11 and 12, but it's 9:30. So just to refresh everybody's memory in the new year, Monday starts on Sunday morning at 9:30. And we invite everyone to come for the full course. We don't want to give you a half-course meal. You don't get everything when you come for half-course. You have to come for the full service to get the full course. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Nama. This bhajan starts out with a declaration to God. Tvameva Mata
Chapita
The declaration says that, oh God, you're my mother, you're my father, you're my brother, you're my sister, you're my friend. Mama Deva Deva, you're everything to me. In making this declaration, all of us are children. All of us are children. Hum sab Bhagwan ko santan hai. We are all children of God, but we are also children of parents. Our subject today was for the benefit of parents nurturing children. But as children, we have a responsibility to parents. And the poet tells us, Koi ghar mein behta naman kare, koi hari mandir mein bhajan kare, koi घर में बैठा नमन करे, कोई हरि मंदिर में भजन करे, कोई
घर में बैठा नमन करे, कोई हरि मंदिर में भजन करे,
कोई गंगा यमुना स्नान करे, कोई काशी जाके ध्यान धरे, जिन मात पिता की सेवा की, जिन
मात पिता की सेवा की,
जिन मात पिता की सेवा की, जिन तीर्थ स्नान कियो न कियो, जिन हे हृदय
श्री राम बसे
और को नाम लियो न लियो, जिन हे हृदय कहता है? The poet says, कोई घर में बैठा नमन करे. He said there are those who sit in their home and they say they will pray. कोई हरि मंदिर में भजन करे. There are those like us who comes to a place of worship and we glorify God and sing His praises. कोई गंगा यमुना स्नान करे. There are those who says I will go to the holy rivers and I will shower and I will be purified. कोई काशी जाके ध्यान रहे. There are those who go to Kashi and all the holy places and they contemplate God. And he says, but if we do all of these things, we pray in our home, we come to mandir, we go to the holy rivers, but we do not, जिन माता पिता की सेवा की, do not respect and show and take the advice and the guidance of our parentage and our elders, he says, then all of these things have very less value than they would have. They would have value, but their true value is not realized because the root of our devotion is through respect and reverence to the God within our lives, the materials of God, the divinity of parents. And as such, the poet says to us that let in our hearts be that commitment to revere God in everything, mother, father, brother, sister, and friend and everything. Thus the declaration of Pratna that everyone knows. And as such, when we can revere and respect God in all of these entities, then there's no doubt that in the harmony, in the community, there'll be harmony. In the family community, there'll be harmony. In the micro family, there'll be harmony. There'll be harmony here, there, and everywhere. प्रेम से बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, सीतापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Our message today was intended to present the concept of evolution of nurturing children and nurturing a family. Understanding that there's no school that we go to learn this. There's no school that graduates good parents. There's no textbook that says read this and then write this exam and you'll pass or you'll fail. It is life, living, and the reality of it all. But we prefer to call it life, religion, and reality. The magazine that we publish, what is it called, Jaideep? Life Illustrated. When it was designed with that intention for us to look at life, religion, and reality, an illustration of life. Read it sometimes. We hope it will bring value to you. Let me take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you here today. And I know there's one sister here from New York. Where are you? Put your hands up, please. Stand up, please. Give her a big hand, please. And you know what's interesting? She says to me this morning, you know, Panditji, I listen to you every week. And I says, where are you from? She says, from New York. I said, oh, that means she's on the internet looking at us. Give her a big hand, please. And she was motivated to leave all the way in New York to come to Ram Mandir. All we have to do is to motivate you who live in Toronto to come to Ram Mandir now. The distance is shorter. How many of you are here for the first time this morning? In the Mandir, newcomers, 1, 2, 3, not you. 1, 2. Let's give them a big round of applause. And the question I want to ask, don't be shy. Who's renewing your acquaintance after being away for a long time just for the new year? To show your faces. Put your hands up, please. One person is doing that. Give her a big hand, please. Whether you're here for the first time or renewing your acquaintances, we're happy to have you here. We hope that we'll see you more often, and we hope that you will find value in being here. If you can't come, of course, the internet is always there, but it's nothing like personal presence, is there? You know, I always wondered that if I can watch television and see the best cricket game going on anywhere in the world, why do I have to pay money to go to the stadium? And so many people go to the stadium. Daman, why did they do that? Just the real touch of being there, right? Being present. So, we hope that you'll be here to share with us this presence every morning. Whichever you come on Monday or Tuesday or any day that you come, that you will take the presence of Mandir with you to your home. Sri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namah. Today we want to extend our sincere thanks to the Aurora family for sponsoring Preeti Bhoj today. Let's give them a big hand, please. Preeti Bhojan sponsorship dates are still available 2015. You may have a number of reasons why you'd want to, or just the joy of giving thanks to God. Whatever that is, please contact the front office. Lohri is a celebration that happens very, very big in India, and here in Canada, we are also promoting this activity. It is actually the preparing of the soil and so on for the coming of the new season. And we offer grains to Agin Devata, and we give prayers that Dharti Mata will be fertile, that the new season coming will be fruitful to all. So a fitting occasion for the subject of discussion we had this morning. Of course, a fun day coming up on January 18th. It's called Seniors and Family Game Evening. That means boys and girls, husbands and wives, and seniors are invited. And it's for bingo. Now, everybody knows how to spell. Boys, how do you spell bingo? Krishi, how do you spell bingo? B-I-N-G-O? It's not B-I-N-G-O. It's bingo. B-I-N-G-O. Bingo. How'd it go? Now I have one young student. Can you let him come to me, please? Come. Come to me. Come, Baba. Come. He has his escort. Sit down here. This young man attends our day school. What is your name? Vedat? Vedan. Give Vedan a big hand, please. Vedan, I want to tell everybody what you say to Panditji when he comes every morning. What do you say? Namaste, Panditji. Loudly.
Namaste, Panditji.
Say it again, please.
Namaste, Panditji.
Say it again, please.
Namaste, Panditji.
Namaste, Panditji. Give him a big round of applause, please. And it doesn't matter what he's doing, if he's having lunch or breakfast or whatever, as soon as I enter, Namaste, Namaste Panditji, right? He takes out the na, you just get a Namaste, right? But he's one of the young people who is part of the day school, and where these children from the age of 18 months to 4.5 to 5 years are being taught basic Sanskrit shlokas. And if you hear them chant, you have to hear them chant. Give him a big hand. Oh, by the way, he's a budding Pandit also. Potential. His father, I'll be working on his father right now with him. He's going to take over the role. Let's give him a big hand. Go to Mommy now. Now, we have discovered that we have great potential in this mandir that we never take advantage of. So today, I'm going to give all those people who are between the age of 14 and 31. Put your hands up, please. 14 and 31, put your hands up. 14 and 31, high up. 14 and 31, put your hands high up in the air, please. 1, 2, 3. They don't have hands. 14 and 30, stand up. Stand up. 14 and 31, stand, please. Stand up, come on. Don't lie, you in a mandir. 14 and 31. 14 to 31. 1, 2, 3. 1. Look at they're getting up like if they're dying. 14 to 31. Everybody, put your hands up like this. 14, put your hands up. Only you guys. Up in the air. Right? Say, Hara, 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 Mahadev. Bolo. Don't they sound like they're hungry? Just because you all are hungry, you will serve food today. You are elected today by proclamation by everyone else to do seva for Mandir today, that you will give the service of the bhojan. Let me explain to you how this works. Stand up, please, again, everybody. Nobody told you to sit down. Stand. You will have a smile on your face. You will take the thali with the food. You will go to the person and give it to them. And you say, please enjoy this bhojan today. Is there anything else I can help you with? You will smile. And if it's an elderly person, and if their mouth is dribbling, you may wipe it with a tissue. You will do everything to make them happy. Have you got this? Now, by the way, this is a test of your skills of humility. And we know we'll be proud of all of you. So, after the arti, You are to go directly to the banquet hall and speak to the person in charge. There is somebody there who will show you what to do. Give them a big hand, people. Thank you. This is not forced labor, people. Okay, so don't get it wrong. This is just motivation. We are looking for those young people, the ages from 14 to 31, who wants to volunteer every Sunday for this task. We have accomplished quite a lot in preparing and serving meals for our seniors and everyone. Last week, we were able to put everyone seated and have meals within 20 minutes. That was close to 300 people. No, it was actually more than that. So today, I'm sure we can do just as good, that everyone can have their meals, no lining up. You're not to line up when you go to the hall. You're to go straight to be seated, take a seat, and follow the instructions of the ushers. Some of us want to sit where we want to sit. No. When you go to the restaurant, the maitre d' says, I have a table for you over there. If you want a window table, wait. Okay? While they instruct you to sit, go. So they can load the hall properly and everyone can be served in time. So everybody promised to comply. Seniors, you're allowed to have some privileges. We have special tables that are identified, now reserved for seniors. So seniors, please go and sit in the reserved tables and bhojan will be served. Thank you all very much. Those of you who brought prasad, please come forward. We shall offer bhog.
रुचि रुचि भोगन गाबो मेरे मोहन
आपके आगे
प्रेम सहित अपना हो मेरे मोहन
आओ भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन
आवो भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन आवो
भोग लगाओ मेरे मोहन. Let me have your attention for a minute, please, everyone. There are a few important announcements that we need to make. One of them is that we are celebrating the 13 years birthday of Raisen Udayan. Raisen, where are you? Stand up. Where is he? There he is. Give him a big hand, folks. And we want to launch and to introduce you the first Sanskrit classes to commence at Ram Mandir. This Sanskrit class is Samskirtanam, speaking, learning to speak Sanskrit, not only to read it. And I was so privileged to meet the person who teaches the classes. He's from Gujarat, Gujarati background, but he speaks fluent Sanskrit. And his objective is that if we can learn only the basic alphabet of Sanskritam, and we can learn a few words in the process, and if out of every 20 person, one person learns, we will keep a language alive that is so valuable to our culture. The classes will commence, there will be 2 classes. One will commence on Sunday morning, next Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 12. It will be 2 hours classes. So those of us who wants to do this, you can sign up and come to class there. Or there will be another class during the week. Based on the number of people interested, we will choose the date. It will be in the evening, one evening either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday evening. Please sign up for these classes. Information are at the front desk. Also, this year, like last year, we have had many functions whereby focus on the social needs of our community. Last year, we had many forums of this nature, and our first social activity is the seniors bingo evening. But more than that, we know there's a great need to getting to understand people's challenges in life within the family circle. And disrespect for the female community, women abuse, and something of this nature has been a major issue in our community. Last year we talked about how we can address this, and there will be a forum scheduled in March to address this particular subject. The date is to be confirmed, but we want you to know that this will be happening. My dear brother Daman Kisoon is working with people from the courts and our justice system to help us to make this a reality. Also, starting very soon, every Sunday, if not every other Sunday, there will be a 15 minutes presentation in the banquet hall. While you're having a bhojan, someone will talk to you about something relevant to life, religion, and reality, about health. And we have lots of young professionals here. Lawyers, doctors, accountants, financial consultants, dietitians, chiropractors. We want you to come and take 10 minutes of your valuable time and tell our young people or the general family about something that will add value to their lives and not increase your pocketbook. Let me reiterate, that will add value to their lives and not necessarily increase your pocketbook. There are many people who would like to come and take this podium, but they have one objective, and that is not the one we are looking for. We are looking for those who want to educate our community and make their lives better. So if you are of that nature and you want to do this, we are looking for you. Please register at the office, let us know that you want to present, and then someone will contact you and we'll work out the logistics of when you can present. And when you can present will be 15 minutes maximum in the banquet hall during our lunch presentation. And as you pointed out, in 20 minutes everybody will be seated. You will have a captured audience at all times. So please take advantage. And if you know someone who do not attend the mandir but have something like this to offer, please let us know. And please make any suggestions as to what subject should be covered on these occasions. I see families here who have suffered great loss and trials and tribulations in 2014. And those who are taking on new challenges in 2015, we pray that God will give them all strength to face the challenges that they've encountered in the past and to face the new challenges of this new year. Prem So Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki. Let us all please stand for Aarti. Our seniors, please come first for Aarti. जय जगदीश हरे।
स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जो ध्यावे फल पावे, दुख बिन से मन का।
स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का।
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे,
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे।
अष्टमी तन का।
ओम जय जगदीश।
जगदीश हरे।
ओम
जय जगदीश हरे।
मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण गहूँ मैं जिसकी। स्वामी शरण गहूँ मैं जिसकी। तुम बिन और न दूजा,
प्रभु बिना और न दूजा।
आश करूँ मैं जिसकी। ओम जय
जगदीश हरे।
ओम
जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम
अंतर्यामी। स्वामी तुम
अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर,
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर।
तुम सबके स्वामी।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम
जय जगदीश हरे।
तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता।
स्वामी तुम पालन करता।
मैं मूरख कल कामी,
मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी।
कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय
जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति। स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस बिग मिलो दया में,
किस बिन मिलो दया में। तुमको मैं कुमति।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम
जय जगदीश हरे। दीनबंधु
दुख हरता, ठाकुर तुम मेरे। स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे। अपने हाथ उठाओ, अपने शरण बढ़ाओ। द्वार पर तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
विषय
विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा। स्वामी कष्ट हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ। संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश
जगदीश हरे। तन मन धन सब है तेरा, स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा। तेरा तुझको अर्पण, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, क्या लागे मेरा।
Om Jai Jagat. Clap your hands. Hare.
ओम
Jai Jagadish Hare.
श्याम सुंदर जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे, स्वामी जो कोई नर गावे। कहत शिवानंद स्वामी, कहत शिवानंद स्वामी, मनवांछित फल पावे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
We clasp our hands and close our eyes. Parents, show the children to clasp their hands in front of their chest like this, and to close our eyes and bow our heads in humility. In this humble state, we give thanks to you, O God, for the privilege that we were able to rise from our beds this morning and to gather together in this place of worship, to listen to your glories and to glorify your name and to make offerings unto you. We appeal to you, O Lord, to guide us as we continue to live in this world and to evolve as mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters and grandparents and children, O Lord. Yes, O Lord, as children, as we pray. Shanta. शांति अंतरिक्षगुं शांति पृथ्वी शांति रापा शांति Shantireva Shanti Sama Shantiredi. For those of us who can, please bow our heads touching the ground. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Asato Ma Sadagamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, सीतापति रामचंद्र भगवान की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, सबको जय 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 श्री राम, जय माता दी. Please be seated, everyone, as we wish happy birthday to this young man who's into the teens, that very challenging time in life. Teens. He's 13 years old. बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिल ये गाए, बार बार दिन तुझे हजारों साल ये मेरी है. Everybody, happy birthday to Bryson. Happy birthday to Bryson. Happy birthday to Bryson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Bryson. Happy birthday to you. जन्मदिन बधाई, जन्मदिन बधाई, जन्मदिन बधाई, जन्मदिन बधाई, जन्मदिन बधाई, जय जय हो, जन्मदिन बधाई, जय जय हो. Give him a big round of applause, please. Please remember, when you enter the banquet hall, to please be seated. At first, do not stand around or line up. Please be seated. Thank you.